What's up, world, and welcome back to the 7-7. Now, I just wanted to give my thoughts on this Walmart controversy that came up a couple of days ago about the website selling a weaving cap to where they described it as being N-word brown. Now, naturally, they apologized, but then more naturally, they put the blame on a third-party vendor for putting it on their website, which is kind of crazy because now it's like they're playing the victim. That it's not their fault that somebody else put this on the website that they control. It's like if you got in my car with a gun and for some strange reason we get pulled over and the police finds the gun in my car and nobody takes blame for it, I'm initially going to get in trouble for it because it's my automobile. No matter whose gun it is, unless you cop to it, I'm gonna be the one that's gonna go down and go to jail and have to go through the legal process for having an illegal gun in the car. So for Walmart to blame somebody else for something that happened on their watch is preposterous. But anyway, they took the product off the website. They apologized for it coming up, but they never really told or stated how they were going to make sure it didn't happen in the future. So my question is this a big enough situation to where black people need to boycott Walmart? Do you feel that this is not a big deal? Or have you finally got to the point to where you say enough is enough? We've had to deal with so much disrespect and racism and prejudice and bigotry for so many years, so many decades, centuries, that we got to start somewhere, and that, I'm done dealing with it. Well, I think my fed up point came not too long ago, maybe a couple of days ago, and this is unrelated to Walmart at all, but it was a story talking about Colin Kaepernick and Michael Vick and the whole Colin Kaepernick needs to cut his hair bull crap that Michael Vick stated. And as I'm reading the article on the Yahoo website, you go down and you read the comments, and you see all these comments from these racist trolls. Half of them believe they're just trolling, just trying to get a rise out of people. But you see all these negative comments. The first time you see a negative comment, they talk bad about Colin Kaepernick and how unpatriotic and, N-word this and all that kind of stuff. You want to comment, but then you read the next one and you want to comment on that, but then you just keep reading. They all just so negative and talking bad about Colin Kaepernick to the point where you had to say, you know what? I can't waste my energy no more focusing on negative people. My only focus have to be, I'm going to use that energy for positive things to build up myself and to build up my people for my cause, and not even be concerned with the negative people because they're going to be there. You're not going to change their mind. They're going to continue to be negative regardless. So when this situation here came up with the Walmart, with the weave cap or what have you, instead of sitting there complaining about Walmart and, protesting and hollering, like I say, till the high to the mountain, to the top of the mountains, however you want to say it. I just simply said, man, I'm just not gonna shop here no more. I'm tired of hearing apologies. Every time somebody do something, there's always an apology. No, somebody do something to black people and it hurts, negative to black people that's just seem racist. First thing people want to do is say, oh, I apologize for what happened. That's not part of our policy. We don't work like that. Whatever they come up with. But it just continues to happen over and over again, different companies, different people, different organizations, what have you. And I've seen enough stuff in the world, like I said, I'm just tired. So now I don't even worry about focusing my energy on going at a certain company or a certain individual. I just dismiss them and move on and go on to the next person or go on to the next thing to where, like I say, to where I could be at peace and stop worrying about the negative stuff. Because all that's going to happen is this will blow up for a little while. People will protest, people will get mad, and maybe they won't because people love Walmart so much. Black people might not even say a thing about it and just keep going like it ain't nothing. But anyway, it'll blow up to a certain point. There'll be apologies written, and they'll do like a photo op where they shake hands with NAACP members, and then we'll go back to living as business as usual. And then somewhere down the line, something else will happen, and then just to be a continuous cycle. And I've lived on this earth about 40 years, and I've seen a lot in this country pertaining to racism. And I think I've gotten to a point to where I've said, I'm done. I'm done being angry. Not necessarily being angry, but actually showing frustration towards racists. So racists can see my frustration. Now, like I said, I'm just gonna focus my energy on doing what I need to do for me and my people. And that's it. So really, I just wanted to talk about protest in general. When you protest, when you boycott, how it really should be done. Which brings me back to when that movie Do the Right Thing came out. I think I was 11 or 12 when it came out. I probably saw it maybe a couple years after that. I don't know who showed it to me, how I was able to see it. But at the time, I had this juvenile adolescent mentality. Only thing I wanted to see was, I just wanted to see Rosie Perez in the scene with her and Spike Lee and the Ice Cubes. That's all I wanted to see, And probably saw that movie, oh man, a good dozen times. Never really understood the meaning of the movie until I got older and much mature and much wiser. And it's like now I understand the importance of the scene of the boycotting of Sal's Pizzeria, where bugging out, just going Sal's Pizzeria, buy pizza every day. It was the only place in the neighborhood to buy something to eat, and it was ran by Italians. They had an Asian people that ran a grocery store, but no black businesses inside the neighborhood. That was another thing to get out of that movie. But anyway, bugging out. For those of you who remember, if you haven't seen the movie, please go see it. It's probably one of the greatest movies in black cinema or just cinema, period. But anywho, he wanted to, bugging out, was going to boycott Sal's Pizzeria because there were no pictures of black people on his wall. He had all these Italian entertainers and sports figures, but nobody black, but you're in a black neighborhood and nothing but black people are buying pizzas from your store. And he was saying the least you could do was put a picture of, some black celebrities or some famous black people on there. And Sal wasn't having it. And one thing that Sal said that made a whole lot of sense was, if you want black people on a wall, build your own pizzeria, open up your own store, and you can put whoever you want on the wall of your store. And instead of me taking that as disrespectful, I took it as, this guy's right. He's actually giving you the blueprint on how to do what you need to, how to make sure things get done the way you feel they need to get done. You do it yourself. Don't go begging white people or anybody else to do something for you, to give you a chance, to give you a job, to give you respect. You get your own respect. You earn your own respect. You build your own respect. Now the moral of the story is, in the end, they disrupted Sal's business to the point to where, in the end of the movie, it got burnt to the ground to where Sal, had no more pizza shop. But instead of going into another man's store, raising hell, trying to tear stuff up, trying to put up stuff, make a person change their mind, which you're not going to do, the best way to disrupt a business is to not spend any money in that establishment at all. And that's what I chose to do. I've chosen to do with Wal-Mart. It's like I said, it gets to a point where you have to stop always complaining, stop raising hell, stop allowing people to see you get angry, and just, turn your back and keep it moving. And no, you don't have to wait until everybody in your community and your family or whatever, or the National Action Network or the NAACP get together, gather, and rally and march down to Wal-Mart headquarters to boycott. All you have to do is just don't go. You do what you need to do individually for yourself. As individuals grow, the movement will grow, and eventually the point will be made. But this is not about being seen in front of everybody, pleasing everybody, showing face, proving something to anybody. This is all about, proving something to yourself. You want to talk about change, you make change at home first, and then then you move out and worry about everybody else later. So for me and my family, I guess we'll be back to clipping coupons. I guess I'll start going to Target. Never really was a Target fan, but you got to do what you got to do. But if I'm going to do anything, I'm definitely going to make sure that there's always ice cubes in the ice maker. And with that being said, if you like the videos, share it, like it, subscribe to it, leave your comments. But until next time, peace.